Silvina Ocampo, Epitaph for an Aroma. When the dew descended yesterday, amid future stamens and corollas, I perished in a garden that presented shadows in the shapes of trees and water. 2 ribbons bound me. Here they are. Longer than my petals they endured, pale like the ribbons of the dead. The same implicit partnership of flowers, the similar hands, the care, the season, and the blood of evening will not be able to repeat exactly the dark tunnels of my aroma. Infinite will be in memory the intricate paths of the perfume, infinite too the deceptive reappearance of every moment. And though the days may want to bring them back, and though many circumstances join together, repetition of phrases or of people, the same inclination of a head, neither does that person any more exist, for whom I was in secret destined. Mirrors. It would be useless to cover mirrors, so that the people inside don't get out, who have lodged there waiting for someone to be reflected, and ominously or piously unnoticed, they could leave the luminous dwelling where they live, to attack us or protect us or pervert us. From its earliest beginnings that I recall, a heavenly and diabolical court has attended me. When my nanny, Celestina, buttoned her housecoat, it's true that she was dyeing her hair, and to surprise her I ventured beside her reflection. 4 dragonflies fluttered about announcing rain. One grazed my cheek, and they came out of the area where she was reflected. They followed me always, or followed her. With her death they disappeared, except on the eve of a storm. When my mother got dressed to go to the ball, and fastened the band on her purple velvet belt, an angel departed with her when she put out the light, accompanied her to the car, and that's why I believe she returned that night in which I trembled with fear for her death. When the ballet teacher curtsied within the ebony frame, 3 people with masks came out singing and visited me in a dream. When the doctor ascending in the elevator fixed his tie, 50 faces with white aprons, which I couldn't examine, furtively sprang out from that small, perfectly illuminated moon. When Susanna told me in the candy shop my hair's a mess, she looked at herself in the lid of the compact. Imprudently I said, "Let me see." I leaned into the shining circle. A turbulent dialogue startled us. 3 youths with necklaces, thin, from having been cooped up in a tiny circle, malicious, sat down at our table. Ever since that day, they've all interfered in our telephone calls. My dog, who attentively admired himself once, barked insistently. Shrewder, he had seen a certain corporality leaving the mirror. A soft white rabbit visited me one afternoon. But I won't list the cats, the horses, the gazelles, the tortoises, the necrophiliacs, the cannibals, the unborn, the gnomes, the giants, the onanists, that came out of the mirrors where imprudently I glanced beside other people who didn't see them, blinded by their own image. Now, I no longer share a mirror with anyone, because if my reflection takes the opportunity to let them free, armies of other people, a world too numerous, will be taking shape, though it be difficult to stop, because the mirror will say, "Grow and multiply," to the point of dislodging the universe, secretly hoping for that after having repeated it so long in water, in obsidian, in metals, and in subsequent mirrors. Nor must we think that the whole thing is horrible. The homeless will take shelter inside of mirrors. They won't ever have lived in places so luminous. They will come out in their turn when those who were reflection contemplate themselves, forgetting their experience.